Hello, my pumpkins. So even though we're going to do even though we did pumpkins already and we're going to do apples, I'm still going to call you pumpkins because it sounds better than calling you apples. Although I do think you're awesome apples as well. But today we're going to read for our science story, An Apple's Life. It's a Watch It Grow book. So it is from seed till the actual apple. It's not a long story today because it's Monday. But this one's by Nancy Dickman. See, this is a table of contents. We don't usually see these, but in a science book we do. So if we wanted to actually just go to the part about seeds, then we would just look up that and see the part about seeds would be on page 8, or the life cycle of an apple tree, that would be on page 22. So that's how a table of contents works. It just tells you what scientific topic is on each page. Here we go. Life cycles. All living things have a life cycle. An apple tree has a life cycle. That means from the time it's born until it dies. Inside an apple tree are seeds. The seeds will grow into a new apple tree. So if you cut open an apple, which we of course will do, tomorrow we're going to do that during morning meeting, then you will see seeds inside. The new apple tree will grow apples. The life cycle starts again. So it keeps going, right? It keeps going from seed to tree, seed to tree. Seeds and shoots. So see, again, it is on page 8, just like it said in the table of contents. An apple seed grows in the ground. So you plant it in the ground. Here it comes. Roots grow down from the seed into the ground. So that is just like the pumpkin seed, right? You grow it and then it gets roots, and that's how it drinks. It goes into the soil to get some nourishment. A shoot grows from the seed. So after the seed starts growing out of the ground, then it gets these shoots. Leaves grow from the shoot. So see, this is like a baby tree. Becoming a tree. The young tree needs water and sunlight to grow. So just like all plants, the young tree grows bigger. The tree grows new leaves in the spring. The tree grows flowers in the spring. So just like the pumpkin, remember the pumpkin blossomed, the apple tree blossoms as well. Making apples. Pollen, so the bees take the pollen from the flowers. A bee comes to feed on a flower. The bee has pollen on it. So it has all this pollen on its little coat, and when it feeds on the flower, it spreads the pollen. The pollen helps make new apple seeds grow on the tree. So it spreads them around. Then an apple starts to grow. So there is what a baby apple looks like. Isn't that interesting? When the apples have grown, some fall from the trees. So if you've gone apple picking, which I know some of you have, you actually pick them before they fall off the tree, right? Seeds are inside again. The apple has seeds inside it. So do you get how it's a cycle, how it kept going, right? The life cycle starts again. Here it is. Number 1, an apple seed grows in the ground. Then the young tree grows bigger. So remember, it sprouts up. Flowers grow on the apple tree. The flowers turn into new apples, and then it keeps going. So here's all the words that you should have learned from this book. Pollen. I'm going to ask you about some of these when you come on, so you better be ready. Root. Shoot. So remember, pollen is the yellow powder inside a flower that helps others grow or be spread around. Part of a plant that grows underground, roots take up water for the plant to use. Remember, we talked about that before with pumpkins, that they drink that way. The shoot is the small green stem that grows from a seed. See that? And then just like the table of contents also told you how to read a science book, the index is how you could find it. So if you were looking up something and you wanted to see, like, how does an apple tree work? You would go to tree and then see, you would go to page 6. So let's look. If I go to page 6, this is the first time it mentions an apple tree. The seed will grow into a new apple tree. So see how that works? Very interesting, right? So every time you were looking for the word tree, you would look at the index and see which page the word tree appears, and then you would know what you were looking for. So have a wonderful scientific day, and I will see you in a few minutes live. We will read a fun apple book, right? Because that's what we do. When we come on, we read a different one. I do that on purpose so that you want to make both, right? You want to watch the recording for the science part, and you want to also come on live so you can see a cool book. All right, I'll see you in a little bit, guys.